my advice is just believe in yourself and don't let the worries hold you back, but let the hope inspire you, the possibility will inspire you to go out and get work.
Welcome to Sit at Our Table, where we speak and learn from people who have successful careers in sound and music. Today's sponsor is... Sitting at our table today is Frank Kelly. Frank Kelly is the founder and creative director of Real City Films, a film and video production company dedicated to creating content for brands and agencies. Through this company, Frank writes and directs the majority of the work he and his team produce. Current and past clients include Bacardi, Princess Cruise Lines, the Biltmore Hotel, Mercedes-Benz, to name a few. Frank was the executive producer and creator of the Real Miami Project, a short film series released in 2013 designed to showcase Miami through a series of films. The project garnered national awareness and media buzz for the films, and attached sponsors and the selected directors that each told a story specific to a certain Miami neighborhood. Frank is a triple threat as he writes, directs, and produces the majorities of his work. He has an immense appreciation and love for the art of cinematography and is always chasing that cinematic look in every story he tells. After hours, Frank works on his passion and writes scripts and ideas for films and TV series. The Critic is a result of his late-night writing, and it's his official directorial debut. He enjoys writing within the romantic thriller genre and loves a great twist ending. His goal is to continue to create short films and content that entertain and bring smiles to audiences' faces. Can you tell us a little bit about where you were when you first kind of picked up the call that you were going to go down this filmmaker avenue?
I was supposed to be on a different path. I was supposed to be on a corporate America. We call it, the world of the badgers, what am I called? Because every time you go into a corporate office, they've got these badges that they attach to you, right? And you got to check in and stuff, right? So I was a corporate employee badger. I worked for Johnson & Johnson. I was a product director. Got paid very well. Great, worked with amazing people, all great people. From my boss to my colleagues to my to my direct reports, all great. I just dreaded my Sunday nights and my Monday mornings, right? I just couldn't, have dinner with another doctor or work on another, medical device, or figure out how to market it and sell it, and I couldn't do it. And so one of the things one time what we would do is we would do these video productions, right, for like our national sales meetings. And I got a taste of like what it's like to be on a set, even if it's a small, local video production company. But I got the taste of the creativity, the filming, the calling action cut, just watching this video production company that we would hire, right? Um, and then I knew then, like, I want to do this. Like, I want to create content.
I mean, so then what happens? Because once that idea happens in us adventurers, something's gonna pop up. Someone's gonna show up and like help guide you onto that path, right? So like, did anybody show up in your life at that time that kind of helped unfold that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pink slip. They laid off my entire department.
Human touch.
Even that, right? It was a pink
Hilarious.
slip. That was a person that was a thing that escalated all this because I had so wanted to kind of follow this path. But it's hard when you have a nice salary and bonuses and benefits. It's hard to leave that behind and take a risk.
Right.
And then again, my opportunity came in the form of a pink slip. They laid off my entire department in Miami, and I
So
remember
that's,
everybody was crying, and yeah.
I
And then
mean, well,
so with
yeah.
that pink slip, I'm like, all right, they gave me a year and 2 months of pay. I'm gonna figure out how to become a filmmaker and
Right.
how to film
Right.
in a year and 2 months.
Right.
And that's when
Big,
I told you I had bought a camera. I spent hours upon hours on YouTube till 5 a.m. learning the basics, aperture,
yeah.
shutter speed, white balance, and then bought myself a cheap camera with some cheap lenses. Made that boat video, went to the boat show,
And
the
someone gives
hotel,
you
and
your
now
first break. And then they give you that break, right? They get you going in. A mentor kind of lets you like understand, your budding position in that industry and kind of get your feet wet and get moving. And so then, like, how did that go, and when did it start to feel like you were settling into your lane as like as a director, as a film creator, as a writer?
I just really spent like a good time of that year, that when I got laid off, just mastering the craft, right? As much as I
Right.
could, testing out, doing test shots on the beach with my back then assistant, who's now my production manager, and just shooting everything, understanding why, how to, even on a cheap camera, trying at best to make it feel like a Hollywood movie.
Right.
Um, and
You
then
did a
and
great
then
job with
and
The
then
Critic. Your film, The Critic. I mean, honestly, loved watching that with you, and I felt like completely well deserved to walk away with the win because it was like just a very engaging film, beautifully captured, well, acted, but the cinematography for sure was the cutting edge for me, and so congratulations again on that. The Critic, check it out. I'll put the links in.
Thank you. And,
Yeah.
that's, fast forwarding a little bit. That's leading to, I've got another call this coming week. I don't want to say the producer or the studio they're attached to, even though we're in a strike and all that. But
Right.
we're
Right.
already in talks to make a feature film that could have big distribution with, you know, not, we're not talking about the A-list actors, but there's a lot of B-list actors that are great that we've all seen out there. And
Great stories of
so
B actors that become the A because it has the magic.
or a lot of times you have an A actor that takes a downshift to B actors, especially now. There's so much content. It amazes me every time I see someone so famous on a B movie, which is,
Hmm.
again, it's not B in quality, but just there's so much content now that not every movie can get the big billboard, the big blockbuster
Budget.
premiere, right? So
Right.
yeah, the big budget. So that gives filmmakers like us the opportunities to work with some of these names that 20 years ago, when the market was this tight,
Hmm.
and there was this many people working in Hollywood,
Hmm.
you could never get these names, and now they're floating around there as options in the next story.
Right.
So
Exciting.
the exciting news is, thank you for your praise, for your praise on The Critic, and your
Yeah.
and your comments. But that's leading to, knock on wood, the next big film, right, idea. So
Right. Right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, all success with the next project. I look forward to hearing all about it. And I hope you continue to shine in whatever you can do. And whatever all that you're doing. And I appreciate you for your time. I'm hoping if maybe you could leave our listeners with some tips or advice or wisdom that you've learned from your journey as what it takes to do what you do with filmmaker create.
So remind me, who's this audience? Who are we talking to mostly?
I
Is it
mean,
is
we
it
we
film
people
storytellers?
entertainment people that are in the entertainers, production entertainers. I mean, we deal with musical clients, we deal with filmmakers, we deal with authors, we deal with creative entrepreneurs, and established as well. And so just anyone who's trying to like become something that requires that type of like, you know I mean, you have to be brave, right? Because you get washed around in here.
You get washed around. Look, and
Like
we all get
like
those moments of doubts, like, man, am I doing the right thing?
right.
Man, because how are we going to pay for these bills? How are we going to do all this stuff? And
So what advice would you give anyone in that situation, which is a lot of us in the creative field, at some point or other?
I think it's a balance between, I used to tell one of my employees is, don't focus on, don't worry about saving money, worry about making money, right? And so I think,
That's
and what
it.
that that's part of a bigger message, is like, just got to believe in yourself, right? Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
those that don't believe in themselves, they spend time, oh man, we got to cut here, we got to cut this, kind of good. And then I've been down that road sometimes too, where it's like, okay, wait, I got to focus on holding back the reins. And that's like, wait a minute, I need to focus on going out there and getting clients and believing in myself that my
Hmm.
work can actually produce and generate cash flow, as opposed to getting into, sometimes we get into that worry mode. So you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta go out there and you gotta just do work, really master your craft, and then go out and sell it, right? Don't sell your craft till you know you can produce top quality stuff. And my clients always tell me, man, the 3 or 4 vendors, you're the most expensive. And I always say, I believe in my work, and I know that my work is, I charge premium dollar because I know the value of my content. You can go elsewhere, and
Yeah.
this is what I
Proof
love
is in the
doing.
pudding.
And I'll dedicate more time into the work, and I'll deliver you a Super Bowl quality commercial at small business prices, or
I love it.
or an independent or a low budget film at blockbuster quality, right?
Right.
Um, so yeah, man. So that's
No.
kind of like my advice: is just believe in yourself, and don't let the worries hold you back, but let the hope inspire you, the possibilities inspire you to go out and get work, man.
Frank Kelly, thank you for joining us. Where can we learn more about you?
Check out my website, realcityfilms.com, REEL, or follow us on the gram, right? Real City Films, at Real City Films, and then hopefully more good news to come soon. And thank you, Samir, for your time. I appreciate this.
Frank, all the best. My pleasure, man. And we'll look forward to and stick around. We'll have some more interviews, more people coming onto our table to share their insights about the industry. And Frank, thank you so much for your time, man. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Samir.
Be in
Let's touch
touch.
base soon. All right, we'll
Will
be in
do.
touch.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for sitting at our table. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join us at the next episode.